right, Pisces, welcome into your reading, second week of February. Let's see what's going on for you, my love bugs, because there's a whole world of change that's coming with all these planets that are shifting. This planet shift that they're talking about, Saturn going into Aries along with Neptune going to Aries, it finally left your sector. Neptune finally left you guys alone. There's no more diluted fogginess, dreamy state of affairs. Everything is a lot clearer. Your paths are a lot more highlighted. Things seem a lot more easier for you. Making choices and decisions should be a lot easier. But why they say these planets are such a big deal, with Saturn and Neptune going in 0 degrees of Aries, we only see this once in a lifetime, all of us, once in our lives. And the big deal about it is because Neptune gracing Aries is because Aries rules the first house. The first house is about ourselves, our wants, our wishes, our desires, our likes, our dislikes. We're not thinking about the other person anymore. We're finally thinking about ourselves. But with Saturn going into Aries, it's also putting discipline and taking action so we chase and follow our dreams with an actual action plan. All right, so I hope that's kind of making sense to everybody. And we bring this up so we understand the influences and the choices and the decisions we make. So, second week of February, which is a very, very big pivotal week because this is the week of the transition. This is us letting go of the old and allowing in the new. Speaking of new, there you go, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords talks about having an honest conversation here with somebody. It talks about contracts. It talks about beginning something brand new in a relationship based on that truth, right? So unless you're putting all your cards on your table here with somebody and you're just hashing it out. We'll see more when we clarify it. Now, what's coming in this week for my Pisces, please? I have some Virgo energy here, gracing you, some Virgo vibes. Well, the Hermit tells me this is a self-imposed. No, it's not self-imposed. It's a timeout. Something's going on in your world. Something is affecting you in the sense that it makes you want to kind of be alone, or you want to retract your energy a little bit. You just don't feel like telling people what's going on with you or what's up or what's happening, because I think you're processing all these changes that are happening to you in your life, right? And it could be because you're trying to make a wise decision towards something that's very serious, very important. I feel like some of you might be kind of, I don't know, you don't want to upgrade something anymore, or you kind of don't want to put stock in something or someone. We'll see more when I clarify, but I feel like you're also waiting for something else to happen first before you commit to this decision, if this makes sense. Now, what is the surprise coming in this week? Now, when I talk about these energies, this could be about your family. This could be about your job, your career, your relationship. Please apply it where it applies, because this is a large audience. It's not going to resonate with everybody. So you take what does and you leave the rest. Moreover, I'll give you an example. If this is someone here where their life is transitioning, where you're a mom, but now in any minute now you're going to be a grandma, but how much of a role do you want to play? Or how much can you play? Or maybe you're thinking about retiring. Others of you are thinking about, separating, divorcing, just being alone. Others of you, it's just you are finding yourselves now, especially since Neptune left you. It's been there for 14 years. That's all you knew. That's all you know. And this new feeling, this new sensation is so new that you kind of don't know what to make of it. But thankfully, you're a water sign, which means you know how to transmute those energies. You're immutable. You know how to roll with the punches. But let's continue and see what's going on here. Like I said, this is a heavy-duty week for the whole collective. Now, with me mentioning the planet energies, about the Neptune and Aries vibes, when I talk about it being in the first house, the house of self, it's not just you. Everyone's going to feel this way. So I need you to remember that the people you associate with, or the people you talk to, or the people you hang out with, or the person in your relationship, they're affected by this also. So everyone's point of view is going to be from themselves. So for some signs, it's going to look like, oh my God, this person is selfish. Other people are going to be like, oh, okay, now I understand where this person is coming from because they're finally being clear with me, right? And here's the thing. I think when you start seeing things for what they actually are, and so for some of you, it's going to be an eye opener. You'll be like, wow, just like, wow. Others of you, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm no longer stressing over this thing. I no longer feel like the other shoe's going to drop. It's like I actually feel good. I feel okay, right? And then this starts your healing process. This starts your resting, your physical state. Now, this could be physical, mental, emotional, all of the above. You're healing, you're resting. Now, what is the advice here for Pisces, please? Oh, this is interesting. 8 of Wands reverse. A couple things here in the advice position. You don't want to rush something, number one. Number two, not everybody deserves your energy. You don't need to go back and forth with everybody. It's not necessary. It'll all work its way out. Somehow, some way, it just does. It's like, you know what? I don't think I need to give you my energy. I like it just the way it is. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. But that's your advice. You don't need to go back and forth with everyone. It's just going to work itself out. Or whatever this is, you don't have to rush it. Just maybe inaction is fine. Because I think it's like the universe is looking forward and towards your healing process, whether it's mental or physical, all right, or emotional, because it looks like you've taken a toll. And now you're kind of coming out of this situation where we had the Neptune in Pisces. You're recovering now. All right, let me see what the outcome of the week is here for you guys. Five of Swords, interesting, and the Queen of Swords. All right, so because you're a water sign, you're coming out as an air sign. Air sign people tend to be logical, rational, thinking. They're fair, they're balanced, they're honest. You're kind of borrowing those energies, Pisces, at the end of the week. You're thinking, you're analyzing. You're saying, I'm going to lift this sword, I'm going to cut this crap out, or I'm going to put it down to communicate with this individual. But with the Five of Swords, once again, more swords. Swords are mental. It's telling me that, and I have another 5 at the bottom of the deck, which kind of makes me feel like you feel left out, like you feel left out in the cold. Or maybe you're having a financial drain somewhere. We'll see more. But here with 2 5s, you understand that the 5s are the difficulties. They're the challenges of our lives. Once you get past this, you're done. It's like this too shall pass kind of situation vibe. Now, but the 5 of Swords is saying you got to cut your losses somewhere, right? It talks about a sacrifice. What can you live with? What can you live without? Imagine your house is on fire and you got to run in and you can only grab the 3 most precious things that belong to you. What are you going to grab? That is your idea. That is the concept. That is what you're thinking about. That is what you're analyzing. Well, I can live and tolerate this person because I don't want to be alone, or I can't live or tolerate this person and I'd rather be alone. You get what I'm saying? It's one of those, like, I like this person, they're friendly with me, but I'm constantly arguing with them. It just messes my mental peace. I don't know. You get it? These are the big sacrifices I'm talking about. So this is kind of one of those things. And it's funny because when you feel a financial drain or some kind of like feeling left out in the cold, this is what's going to propel you to move forward, Pisces, into taking risks, leaps of faith, without having that other thing lined up or not worrying what the aftershocks look like. It's going to trigger you because this is the new version of you. This is your new path, and this is your version of healing and moving forward with a healthier new plan and a healthier new, life in relationships or at work in your career. Now, let's start clarifying. Ace of Swords. What is this all about here for my Pisces? What is this Ace of Swords, please? Clarify this. It's about you being in the right place at the right time in a happy home and a family. It's like you're at work with your colleagues. You like them, they like you. You all get together and you're all happy. You're in the right place. It's like birds of a feather that flock together. Now, this is a relationship. It talks about happy home, happy family. This is really, truly, genuinely feeling good here with somebody. but you're stressing, you're having sleepless nights and anxiety, wondering what the deal is about this. So instead, you decide to have a heart-to-heart conversation with said individual, put your cards on the table because you don't want to have anxiety over this anymore. You just don't. So you do this. And guess what happens to you when you do this? You're able to mentally disengage and leave the chaos behind and go into something smoother and easier for you. Something a lot more tolerable. As a matter of fact, it's showing me it's going to bring you to a place where you have more stability. All right, let me see what the Hermit is saying here. What's going on here with the Hermit? Ten of Pentacles. So this thing about your family, your marriage, your commitment, the Ten of Pentacles, or a job that pays you very well, you're trying to make some sort of wise decision in regards to it. Okay. I think you're going to be a little bit defensive. You're going to hold yourself up to what you want or what you believe in, because this is either resisting bullshit or, you resisting a person that's not right for you, or you standing up for yourself. I mostly feel like it's you standing up for yourself, because you see here in this picture, this person with the wand there, these are all the people down here who are fighting you off with the stick. These are all the naysayers. Well, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, would you stay down there? There's a reason I'm up here. There's a reason I got up here. I climbed. I worked hard. It took a lot of effort and I never gave up. And that's why I'm at the top of the hill and you guys are down there telling me what to do. No to you, sir. No. It's that vibe. And this is the beautiful energy of Neptune in Aries, because you're finally thinking about yourself and putting actions behind your plans. It is necessary. The universe does not make mistakes. It knows what it's doing. All right. Nine of Swords in reverse. All that stuff you were doing these past 10 years. Don't think that it was the spirits were disregarding you. Not at all. They're like, just bide your time, my child, because it's about now. It's arriving now. Okay? Because here you are manifesting that future, because now you have all that experience. Now you have all that knowledge. Now you've grown wise. Now you have the money and the resources and the finances and the support to do what you gotta do, right? The only thing that's challenging you is to find that success, right? Maybe you want some public recognition. Job well done, man. Like, wow, how'd you do that, Pisces? Maybe it's not coming in. And that could be kind of like getting you a little bit, but do I have to always pat myself on the back? Why am I not hearing it? Or why am I not seeing it? Bide your time, Pisces. It's coming. All right. What is this Seven of Wands in reverse? Six of Pentacles. Okay. So when I was telling you earlier about your advice, not everything needs action, or you could take your time in this situation. The reason is because somebody here is begging for attention or money from you, or vice versa, or you need it. Attention or money or help with the Six of Pentacles. Usually in the advice, it says, give it if you can, but it's also telling me another storyline. It's for some of you Pisces. It's saying if you've been getting breadcrumbs all these years up until now is the time for you to take a step back and reassess, right? Where your efforts belong. This is the time for you to solidify stability in your life, all right? To get yourself grounded. There is a person in your world that it does represent stability. That's your person. That's your other person. Your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your rock, whoever they are to you. Your boss, it could even be, I don't know, a friend. Just saying it involves this individual. You're going to have a very interesting week next week. I can already feel it and see it. What is the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords? See, you stop talking to somebody here. Some of you might have blocked a person. Others of you where you're not talking because I feel like you've exhausted this conversation with somebody and you're like, what else is there to talk about? I literally put all my cards on the table. Now I have to go in hermit mode and really think about what the hell I'm going to do because this other person isn't telling me shit. Or they're not telling me what I want to hear, or I'm not seeing what I need to see. So you're kind of now using your intuition. This is your card, just so you know. This is Pisces energy. This is the most intuitive card in the whole entire deck. Your instincts will never fail you. And your instincts are the most powerful and most strongest thing that you own and have as an asset to you. Okay? And you are. In the zodiac wheel, you are the most intuitive. You sense things, you know things, you can't explain why. Trust it. Trust your gut. But that's what you're doing, and you're coupling it with analyzing something, whether you should talk to this person or just completely cut them out. You're evaluating your worth and your value and the things that you want to bring into your life. And the thing that you probably have to cut out will hurt you. It will be sad. All right? But it almost feels like it needs to be done. What are we going to talk about for those who want to be here for the love? Tell me about the lovebird spirit, and then I'll get you one card from the Wisdom House of Night, and then we'll go from there. Yes, some of you are dealing with a soulmate. No confusion there, but we'll see in the extended for those of you who are interested and see what's going on. Wisdom House of Night. Okay. Message. This is interesting. Guys, you're going to receive a message very soon. Take it seriously, all right? Get ready and pay attention. You're about to get a message with a special meaning. Maybe someone will text you something nice, or you're going to find out about something in a phone call from a friend. Perhaps a letter will come in the mail, or maybe I, the universe, will just send you a sign in nature that will point you into the right direction. Regardless of what you're asking, you will soon know why, or at the very least, know the way. A message is coming soon, so please stay aware. Excuse me. That's what I got for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.